Welcome to the Courage to Succeed podcast. I'm your host, Dennis Harris. The Courage to Succeed podcast is about delivering information that support the development of small businesses. We offer suggestions of business improvement for your consideration based on our decades of business ownership. The Courage to Succeed podcast is available on Amazon, Apple, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Sponsored by Shore LLC, a full-service small business consulting firm that specializes in deploying first-hand knowledge gained from decades of experience, using the resources of time-tested and proven associates to advise and guide you towards a path of successful growth. In other words, we've been there and done that. Today's topic, self-care, take a break. There has been a lot of recent discussion and promotion in months around self-care. There are tools and apps that encourage you to take a mindfulness moment, to stand up or just stop and breathe. We all know that the last nearly 3 years of the COVID-19 and related virus pandemic added an unexpected level of challenges that most of us were not prepared for. Since you are in business or in the process of making your entrepreneurial moves, you already knew that this 3-year event was on top of all the usual business-related struggles. The point of this week's episode is to join the voices of reason and encourage you to take a break. As I was building my first company, I remember coming across experienced business owners that when in a conversation the subject of vacation would come up, they would boast that they had not taken a vacation in many years. I even remember one person saying it had been over 25 years since they had a vacation. They blurted that out as if it was a badge of honor. And I remembered feeling conflicted because one reason that I was building a business in the first place was so that I could have the time and, of course, the resources to be able to do good and enjoy the fruits of my labor. That includes spending time with my family, taking vacations, having opportunities to explore and enjoy new experiences. And yet, this internal conflict between spending all my time working versus going to a kid's basketball or soccer game continued for years. The Courage to Succeed podcast is sponsored by Shore LLC, offering business development, customer acquisition, certification applications, proposal writing, and business guidance services. I'm here to tell you today that based on wisdom of age and hindsight, it is okay to take a break. Just to become a business owner, you likely committed the majority of your time working on or thinking about and planning your company. You were probably an overachiever in your career, working many years to establish yourself as a talented professional, and usually without taking breaks or thinking much about your well-being. Like most of us with an entrepreneurial desire, you likely went directly from that overachieving career right into the start of your company. I used to feel like if I'd stepped away for a moment, that it would all fall apart. I believed I would miss that call, meeting, or customer opportunity that could be the one that would change the projection of my business. It is a feeling that could paralyze you and keep you grinding nonstop. And then you have folks that you interact with that boast about never taking a vacation as if that demonstrates their commitment. These interactions may leave you wondering if that's why you have not had the business breakthrough that you dream of. Listen to me and hear this. You are enough, and you have done and are doing enough. Take a break. Caring for your health and well-being will allow you to last for the long term. Seems like it took me a lifetime to realize the importance of self-care, including doing things that I enjoy and that promoted healthy habits. I would eat lunch at my desk or take a quick trip to the drive-thru between travels to meetings, often eating in the car, gaining weight and feeling stress, all so that I could be, quote, on top of my game. Once I finally gave myself permission to take breaks, I felt such a relief. I started playing golf on a regular basis. You'd be surprised how many calls that I would receive once I was on the golf course. There were potential customers that I had been chasing and hoping that they would return my call. Never taking a break because I feared I would miss that special customer's call or visit. Take care of yourself. Refuel. Live as healthy a life as possible. You will enjoy a lifetime of success that will benefit you, your employees or staff, and of course your family and loved ones. Building a successful business is more like a marathon and not a sprint. You want to be there and in it for the long haul. I can't count how many times that I've said to myself, and sometimes out loud to my fellow golfers, that I wish I'd been doing this all along. Especially when I would receive that call that I'd been waiting on, or even an unexpected call of new opportunities, while I was allowing myself to take a break and enjoy the fruits of my labor. My point here is that sometimes you just need to release yourself, stop chasing, and let it come to you. Plan your relaxation just like you plan your next meeting. Fill your calendar with scheduled breaks. Even if it's just a long walk, a full hour lunch away from your desk, a scheduled visit with your family or loved ones, a dance class, an exercise routine. Read a book about something other than motivational business. Or, if you're so inclined, play a round of golf. You have earned and are earning it. Tell yourself that you deserve it. Trust your team to handle things for a minute. It will be okay, and you will be okay. And by the way, if you are a leader with team members, staff, or employees. Make it a part of your company culture that it is okay for them to take a break. They will serve the company better with energy and enthusiasm in the long run. Sometimes finding the courage to succeed means knowing when to stop and smell the roses. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Courage to Succeed podcast. If you would like more information or encouragement on the importance of taking care of yourself while you build a successful business, reach out to Shore LLC at scottupshaw.net. The Courage to Succeed podcast is sponsored by Shore LLC and is available wherever you get your podcasts. It can also be found on our website at scottupshaw.net. That's scottupshaw.net. I'm your host, Dennis Harris.